Welcome. It's Thursday, 7 p.m. You know what that means. STC open mic. And everyone knows STC stands for sexy time commitment. We have our first message. It's from my boss. STC stands for Sapphire Theater Company. Sapphire Theater Company open mic. Hello, I'm your host, Daniel A. Martin. How are you doing? Great. We have a wonderful show planned for you today. We have things you haven't seen yet, things that are going to be new to our show. Hopefully you're standing by. We have a new poll we're going to be taking. We want to hear your comments, so please throw those out there, okay? This show is going to be set with all kind of entertainment. We're going to be asking for donations, if you will. We're going to be asking for more talent, if you could. See the sexy fire in the back? I did that for you. It's 89 degrees outside. The back of my neck is cooking. I'm already tan, don't need more, but I'm doing this for you, entertainment. While I get cozy and in my new environment, let's bring up our first performers. That's plural. This week, starting the show, we have a duet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to your screens Julie Powers and Dylan Rorick, a duet from Spamalot.
Once in every show comes a song like this. It starts out soft and low and ends up with a kiss. But where is our song that goes like this? Where is it? Where?
A sentimental song that casts a magic spell. They all will hum along, will overact like hell. This is our song that goes like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Now we can go straight into the middle eight. A bridge that is too far for me.
I'll sing it in your face while we both embrace,
And then we'll change the key. Lower into it. That's awfully high for me.
and everyone can see we should have stayed in key.
Singing our song that goes like this. I'm feeling very proud.
You're singing far too loud.
That's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes.
Singing our song that goes like this.
I can't believe there's more.
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with this song. It goes on and on and on.
For this is our song that is too long.
Oh, for God's sake! We'll be singing this so long.
You'll wish that you weren't born
Let's stop with everything
before we go insane. A song always ends like this. That's how it is.
That's how it ends.
Wonderful job, ladies and gentlemen. Julie Powers and Dylan Rorick. Wonderful job, y'all.
Thank you.
Excellent. How long have y'all been singing together?
A week?
right now.
About a week.
Yeah.
About 7 days.
Yep.
About 7 days. Well, we appreciate y'all collaborating for us this evening. Dylan, let me ask you, what are you up to these days?
Thank you. Couple things I've got going on. Once the pandemic passes, we'll get back to showing movies at Coalyard Coffee in Irvington under the Walter Paisley Movie House. You can find us on Facebook. WP Movie House is our website, and special bonus, you'll get to see me dressed as Divine if you go to the website. And also, I have quit a corporate job to pursue a career as a writer. I believe you guys have my Patreon page listed at the bottom of the screen. So that's where you can find me. And I'll be doing nonfiction and fictional works once a week, starting. We go live next month with that.
Excellent. You have his information at the bottom of the screen. Extremely talented. Definitely need to check out the Movie House. I know everyone wants to get back to that.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Rorick and Julie Powers. One down, 57 to go. It's an exaggeration. We don't have 57 acts. We could. If you'd like to sign up, go to stcopenmic.com. That's a lie. It's stcopenmic@gmail.com. You go there, you leave your name, your number, your talent. We get back to you. You'll be performing on this stage in your living room. Y'all ready to keep it going? Our next performer is going to do something brand new. Stand-up comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Lee Roberts.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, Daniel. Looks like you're having a cozy quarantine. Look, not all of us single people are having a cozy quarantine, okay? Check on your single friends because we're not all okay. Last night, I said goodnight to Netflix and then I whispered, I'll see you in the morning. Months ago, pre-quarantine, I decided I was done with men. I was done with the dating scene. Not that I have anything against men. I love men. That's why I married 3 of them. It's one of those things that I found out in marriage I'm just not good at. But then after speaking with some friends, I thought, maybe dating, okay. And then quarantine hit. And what else do I have to do but scroll through dating apps, right? I don't have to meet up with anybody in person, and that's a bonus, right? So I picked 2, Zeus and eHarmony. That's right. I picked the one with the word zoo and the other with the word harm. And, it really has been a lot of fun. Zeus is so funny. It has a carousel of men. You actually go on and you swipe. Like, I think all of them use swipe, right? Swipe right, swipe left. But with Zeus, you just keep swiping, and you're like, oh, there's a man with a fish. There's a man with a gun. There's a man without a shirt on. There's another man with a gun. Another man with a fish. A man standing in front of his shower curtain. Hey, here's the thing, men. I know you don't like asking for directions, but it would be a really good thing to ask a friend to take a picture of you. And why men think a selfie requires the bathroom mirror, I don't know, because it doesn't. You can do that on your own. And besides, your shower curtains are pitiful. And if I see your ugly shower curtain, I can only assume the rest of the house looks like that. I don't want to make that kind of investment. I feel like I would have to do a lot of redecorating. But men, but a lot of what I saw was like one man, he changed it up a little bit, and he was taking a picture of himself in front of his bed in his bedroom. And I could see, like, he didn't have a dust ruffle on his bed. And that bothers me. Because I could see under his bed where there was like a couple of ashtrays and laundry and like an old mousetrap game. It was, I don't have time for that for someone who doesn't have a clean underneath their bed. You know what I mean? Oh, and then there was this guy who decided he would take his picture in front of what I'm hoping was his mother's curio cabinet full of dolls. Yeah.
Oh,
So like the dolls with that China head, you know, that it's got that China glass doll, and then the body is all just a rag.
no.
And yeah, and so no, I don't want to date you. That's creepy. So there was just a lot of swiping no, lots of men with guns and fish. And just for that initial picture, I would suggest you keep your shirt on. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's Zeus. So then you go to eHarmony, and this is like a part-time job because you have to fill out an application where they are going to ask you 1,216 questions. And so you fill that out, and then they are going to match you up with a guy who has answered those questions very similarly to you. So I guess out of the thousands of men in Indiana, I was matched with 3. And so you have to email and ask each other questions. And you get to see the answers to their questions. And I'm fine with religion, although I am a religious nun. No, not like the praying nun, nun, N-O-N-E. And a lot of these guys are like, what kind of pizza do you like? And their answers are like, well, whatever Jesus might have liked. Or, what's your favorite hobby? This is something I think Jesus would have liked to do. Look, I'm cool with Jesus. That's fine. I don't necessarily want to bring him on our dates. So, be good to your single friends, people. We are struggling. Thank you so much, Sapphire Theater Company, for having me. And thanks for listening. And don't worry, I've not given up my day job.
Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Wow, great. So how long have you been doing comedy?
Well, I've been doing improv for about 30 years, but I just started my stand-up career kind of pre-pandemic. So for about a day.
It's going great so far. You have a following. So let me ask, I'm thinking you'll get a lot more yeses on these dating sites if you lead with, I'm a religious nun. I think if you lead with that, now it might not be the people you want, but swipe
okay,
right.
I'm gonna take your advice.
I'll
try it.
I would swipe. Where do you do improv at?
My home theater is Comedy Sports in Indianapolis, down on Mass Avenue. Please check them out, comedysports.com or Google Comedy Sports. They're doing a lot of great online content. They could use your support, and we would really appreciate it.
And if someone can find you doing stand-up, where will they look?
I don't know. I don't know when we're going to be able to come out of our living rooms again.
So can they go on your Facebook, your Instagram? Yes. Do you have anything where they can follow you?
You can go to Mia Lee CSZ on Instagram. I'm at Mia Lee CSZ. And if I'm doing stand-up, I'll certainly be posting it there.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Mia Lee Roberts.
Thank you.
Comedy. We did it. Stand-up comedy virtually. We did it. We pioneered that. We were the first. I'm going to do my Donald Trump. I think we were the first? Yeah, we were the first in doing that. That was wonderful, Mia. Oh, I can't wait to check her out. What are y'all drinking on? What do you have? This is delicious. This is some of that Cavassier mixed with a hint of some of that none your business, because I can't tell you everything. But a person who will tell you everything about alcohol and drinks and making the perfect drink. Ladies and gentlemen, put your mics together for Andrea Lott Haney.
Hi, Hi, Daniel. Thank you. Yeah, so I've been doing these video tutorials that get released every week, so you can join me in a cocktail. Tonight I'm drinking a Manhattan, which is what I said is my version of a special occasion beverage, and I think of this as a special occasion.
It
You
is.
have your typical glass of straight liquor, and I respect that.
Thank you.
So, but in keeping with the tradition, I really, I kind of dressed up a little. I put my makeup on. I put on my, daytime jammies, I guess, sundress. And next week I'm going to be doing the same thing. So I'm going to make a fresh from the garden cocktail next week. So join me on Monday to see that video tutorial. I know Nick's girls are going to be doing a mocktail that is similar as well. And I'm just doing this to sort of have some fun and drum up some business for the open mic night. And
Great.
if anybody out there has any additional suggestions for these cocktails they want to see a tutorial on, please feel free to comment on the video or message me. I'm happy to do that. I will note that I will probably be taking it easy next week because we do have our virtual Cyber Sapphires camp for youngsters during the day next week. So I hope you have that on your calendar since aren't you like the lead teaching artist or something?
I'm the lead teaching artist. Yes, it's the lack of alcohol I'm concerned about, but I will make it happen for those kids because they're important.
Just half a glass next time.
Half a glass. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrea Lott Haney.
See you next week.
Oh, what we do for the babies. She did say next week, right? Perfect. Y'all ready for the next performer? We have another spoken word artist. I'm excited about this. It gets real. When spoken word comes up, it gets real. Real. R-E-A-L. I don't do spoken word, but this next person does. Ladies and gentlemen, distinctly unique.
Hi. Not sure if y'all can hear me because I can't hear you. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Thank you. All right, this first poem is called Our World Needs You. We be the artists. That's who we are. The creators, the innovators, world changers, music arrangers, the ones who can take you in and out of danger most times in 2 hours or less. With movie screens, theaters, laptops, tablets, phones, and all types of things, we bring you the best of the best. You can see the times through our lens, feel a freedom in every dance and every count of step 1, 2, 3. Step 1, 2, breathe. Hear our hearts when we sing outstanding, motivating lyrics with chants so repetitive. You have no choice but to feel it and repeat it when you hear it, like we are raw. R-A-W, and we be the artists. That's who we are, the gifted and talented, magnificent magic spun from our parents' webs, coiled into rose gardens that stabilized and hardened, transforming into colorful artists, drawing and painting the world on their canvas, into musicians playing instruments composed of never-ending stanzas, created by the poets who wrote it with intentions of reaching, of teaching, listeners like you and me, captured by photographers taking pics for us all to see, that we be the ones. We be the ones defining humanity. We be the ones defying gravity because we take risks others aren't willing to take. We use our gifts for more than art's sake. Because of us, people can escape their worst nightmares by jumping into realities with artists who care, leaping into their greatest dreams. Can't you see? It is exactly as it seems. We bring people the hope and the healing, the jokes and the sheer feeling of heart-stopping, jaw-dropping, mystical, unbelievable, scene after scene, image after image, where we're bound by no limits, leaving it all on the stage or the page or the building or outstanding designs. We never fall in line because we're too busy turning tables so others are able to rise up, pushing past every obstacle. We have to be vulnerable so the world can grow with justice truly for all. And we be the artists, the ones you don't have to wait, the ones who don't have to wait for a call or text for the creation of which life story we'll present next. So that was that piece. This next piece is called This Side of. I want to be on this side of truth, the side where freedom of thought is praised rather than delayed or restrained in ignorant action after action, where we're told, just do, don't ask no questions. I don't want to be on that side. No, I want to be of the side where I'm already complete, but having you in my life makes me better because together we are unstoppable. On this side of forgiveness, I see the value of making amends, regardless of what friends or loved ones said or did. I know that my healing starts with the removal of unsettled differences. On this side of peace, I feel the energy of the universe working with me and not against me, and know that this side's for rehabilitation. On this side of happiness, love is always present, bringing me pleasant surprises and lifetime compromises. On this side of health, my body is strong in the flesh and inside, strengthened by fresh produce and natural herbs, rid of processed foods and racist words. On this side of freedom, I recognize that human beings are flawed, but shouldn't be restricted to mediocrity, especially when this side's for curiosity, generosity, and reciprocity. On this side of justice, police officers practice what they're trained to do by choosing not to shoot or to kill or to suffocate or to shield yet another cop who operates from hate. On this side of life, we do more than survive and understand that feeling alive doesn't have to come from what one has in their bank account, but instead could come from the amount of gratitude and help one takes and lends out. These are my vows for 2020 and beyond. In this next decade, promise that you'll speak up. Promise that you'll listen. Promise that you'll live. Promise that you do your absolute best, no matter what comes your way, no matter what others say. Promise to be all that you can be. Promise to go further than you can ever imagine. In this next decade, promise love, peace, respect, and dignity for your own life's sake. I do. Thank you. And I can't hear you, but I know you can follow me on Facebook, Distinctly Unique, Instagram, D Unique Connects, that's DUNIQUE Connects, CONNECTS, Twitter, D Unique LLC, Snapchat, D Unique LLC. I wish I could hear you.
Distinctly Unique.
But thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. I had a bunch of questions, but she just answered them all. I felt that. Here. Now, you've seen some amazing talent. You've seen duets. You've seen some comedy, some spoken word. Now, if you want us to see some change, this would be the perfect time for you to donate. Only if you want to, if you will. We're trying to keep going through COVID, through this desperate time we're all going through. So if you feel like donating, if you want to donate, go to sapphiretheater.com/donate. We would appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have to look this way to see who's performing next.
Looks like we have a slight internet freeze with our wonderful host, Daniel.
Before, first time, STC open
Hey,
mic.
Daniel.
We have dance. Put your hands together for Amy Owens, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi guys, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me okay. Yes?
Am I Amy Owens? Am I Amy Owens? Oh, there's Amy Owens.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes? Okay, I couldn't hear you guys at first, so just checking.
That's scary, Amy. That's scary.
Hey, I have just a short combo that I came up with actually at the beginning of quarantine. So, yes, I'm going to attempt to do it on my hardwood floors. And
I would love to see you try.
With a belly full of 2 pork chops, asparagus, and croissants, and a glass of wine.
I'm jealous. This is entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Amy!
We'll see how this goes. If I don't slip on the floor. Here we go. The end. Well, I didn't wipe out. It's a little slick, but I didn't fall over.
That was amazing. That looked great. Congratulations on that. How long have you been dancing?
Since I was 3.
3
But
years.
professionally since 17. So for
Where
a while.
Where do you perform at?
I work, just 1 second, I'm out of breath. Whew. It's the pork chops. I work at Beef and Boards Dinner Theater quite a bit.
Okay.
And I perform with the ISO. God willing, I'll be at Yuletide this year. We'll see.
So let's talk about these pork chops. Fried, smothered. What are we talking?
No, they weren't fried. I wish they were fried. They weren't.
Baked?
Baked.
Did you make them?
I did not. I don't cook.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Owens.
I just eat the food. I don't cook. But I am going to eat coconut cream pie after this.
As long as you can read a cookbook, we good. We good, Amy Owens.
Yes.
We'll make it work. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Amy Owens.
And my site is amyowens.biz. If
Go
anybody
where?
wants to check it out. amyowens.biz.
amyowens.biz.
B-I-Z, yep.
And that's where people can find you?
Beef and Boards. I have a show next month. And then hopefully I'll be at the Symphony in November.
What's the show?
I'm doing Beehive. Which is like Beehive. It's a 60s music overview.
Okay. I'm scared to say your name again. I think you're going to say something else. Amy Owens, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
done. Thank you for having me, though.
She's still talking. I love it. I swear, I think our next performer is Amy Owens. I think it is. Listen, we need to talk about your children. All right. And who better to talk about your children than Nick Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen, the producer, Nick Carpenter. And Amy is still on.
I did that for you, Daniel. I had her on for just a split second, just for you. Just
love it.
All right. So, hey, folks, real quick, I just want to put this up here. Next week we are having our Cyber Sapphires. So please join us. We got rising 4th through 6th graders. It's going to be next week, the 22nd to the 26th. We still have a few slots left, but it's all virtual from 11 to 12, then 1 to 2, Monday through Friday, and then there'll be a performance for the parents on that Friday at 7 o'clock. Your head teaching artist is right below me, Daniel A. Martin. All right, he'll be helping. He's doing a great job with the kids. Our education manager, Andrea Lott-Haney, has set up a wonderful program. So I know for me as a parent, I've got 2 rising 6th graders who are going to be in this program. They are looking forward to getting some structure back in their lives and all this craziness. And I'm looking forward to maybe getting a 2-hour break every day for myself. But I'm not doing this for selfish reasons. I'm doing it for the art. So go to sapphiretheater.com/virtual-programming to learn more. Back to you, Daniel.
I can't wait. I love doing improv with the kids. It's going to be so much fun. Theater with kids, so creative. Y'all ready to keep this going? We have a treat for you next. We have some more comedy, some more stand-up comedy virtually. Now, I've seen this next performer perform. Hilarious. You're going to love her, ladies and gentlemen. Sears.
Well, like I said, yes, my name is Sears, and no relation to the store. Because if I were, they would have been called Snap-on tools. Yeah, that means that I have my GPS on mute because I get tired of telling me to go straight. Mind your business, GPS. I like who I am. I mean, I've been out since BE, before Ellen. Way back before I knew what LGB or TE meant. Let alone the LMNOP, QRS, and everything else they're adding to the alphabet now, right?
It's true.
I mean, I got asked if I was cis the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I have a cis. That's not what they meant. They're like, no, are you cis? And I'm like, He calls me sis. You know, where were you born? What do you identify as? And I was like, well, I was born a woman and I identify as a lesbian female. Unless the bathroom lines are long. Right? I mean, and I was a freshman in high school, and one upperclassman yelled "dyke," and I was like, he must think I'm retaining water. That's a damn joke. And my mom set me down. She's like, honey, are you gay? And I'm like, what? And she's like, are you gay? And I'm like, why would you ask me that? And she said, because you and your friend want Arby's an awful lot for dinner. Can't hear you at home, but you'll get it later if you didn't get it now. So, but yeah, back in my day, I mean, this was back in the Bush era, and not just the president. Because back in my day, we had to dig through the bush to get to the puss. But, okay, let's talk about quarantine, as I call it. Quarantine that we're still in. I think we're still in it, aren't we? Kind of, sort of, released a little bit. But anyways, I think we're still in quarantine. As you know, I went to a restaurant with my best friend, and it was the first time I'd been out anywhere. And we're sitting there in the restaurant, and all of a sudden, I just went, I belched real loud. And she just looked at me, and she's like, Steers? And I'm like, what? She's like, we're in a restaurant. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not at home anymore. We got to relearn things, you guys. It's weird, you know. And then, you know, it gets better. I'm in the bathroom. There's a lady in a stall next to me, which is weird because nobody at home besides my dogs is in the bathroom with me. But I got out, and I washed my hands, and I started singing Happy Birthday out loud. Nobody else? Okay, never mind. But I have learned some things because, I mean, I didn't want to just sit and just gain the quarantine 19. I wanted to actually learn some things too. So I learned sign language, like, right? I mean, I learned A, B, C, D, E. Anyways, you know what I mean. And something like that. I learned some sign language. Didn't say all of it. I learned how to run a 3D printer. And I made ear savers for the front line workers. I made about 2,000 or so of those, and like for community hospitals and IMPD and all kinds of Lilly and everybody. So that was kind of fun. But I learned, I am a great ventriloquist. Like, great. And they say it takes years to learn. I learned it and I'm great. You guys want to see it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me a minute. Let me put my dummy. Hang on.
OMG, it's working.
What do you call a gay dentist?
What?
A tooth fairy. What do you call a gay cowboy?
What?
A Jolly Rancher. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
What?
Nicolaus. What are lesbians bring on a second date? Oh, Steers knows. Not anymore. Not anymore. What do you call a lesbian with short nails? Or excuse me, what do you call a lesbian with long nails?
What?
Single. Sears is single. She has short nails. Why do lesbians like? What's a lesbian's favorite class in school?
What?
Working class, because they know how to work a pair of scissors. You'll get it later. You'll get it later.
Oh.
Oh, so gay. She makes Justin Bieber look straight.
Ow.
Remember that time you guys had the same hair? Okay, now you're just being rude. Sorry about that. But I mean, seriously, right? I mean, I'm good. You didn't see my mouth move once.
Not once.
They said it takes years. Nope, I'm good.
It's true.
Right? Let me do this one real quick. So I went to this lady's house the other day to pick up something I had bought off the garage sale side. And her cat came around the corner. It was the most gorgeous cat I had ever seen. And, I went to look at her and say, can I take a picture? And she's like, I didn't want to be weird though. And she was talking about it. And she said, I paid $6,000 for that cat. I wanted to look at her and say, lady, you got a ripped off. You know how much pussy I could get for $6,000? Oh,
You
this online thing's kind of weird. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Sears, ladies and gentlemen. That was hilarious. First question I had for you was I in Queer Teen?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't
think so. As we're pretty close. I don't think you would be in quarantine. I think you'd be in quarantine.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
I don't like calling it stand-up. I like saying I sling jokes because I have multiple sclerosis, and standing up isn't always the easiest thing to do. Okay, come here. Sorry, my dogs are being pissed that I'm ignoring. 4 years actually.
4
now,
years.
Yeah, Pat McAfee talked me into it at a poker table one Friday night, and here I am.
The rest is history. Now, I've seen you on a TV show. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was on an episode of Basket, season 4, episode 9. Best day of my entire life. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That was amazing. It was amazing to see you on the big screen. That was great. You did a wonderful job. Where can people find your comedy?
Homo Sears Comedy, because let's be honest. And you can see me on the Gaze of Our Lives. I have a podcast, and we're on Facebook. It's on YouTube, so you can watch it too, not just have to listen to it, but you can do either which what. You can watch it or listen. We have everybody on the LGBTQAI plus spectrum. And you can watch it so you can see what this trans person looks like, or this intersex person, or, or whatever, because sometimes hearing it doesn't necessarily, register with everybody. I'm a visual person, so we have it on video also. So the Gaze of Our Lives or Homo Sears Comedy. And there goes Dan.
There goes Dan.
Oh, there he is.
Ladies, and that was wonderful. You are hilarious. I can't wait to see you again. Ladies and gentlemen, Sears. Brand new week. We got stand-up, we got dancing, duets. This is wonderful. I'm enjoying myself. Do we have any more people? Yes, we do. We have more people. What are y'all doing right now? Y'all getting that drink on? Everyone getting that drink on? I'm drinking mine a little slow this time. The past weeks have not been kind to me. So I'm trying something new, pacing myself. It's going great so far. I've been doing it since about 2 p.m. this afternoon. So it's a lot better than last week, a lot better. Are y'all ready for some music? I'm thinking piano. You want to hear some piano? You excited about some piano right now? Now, we had her on last week. We had some technical difficulties. It's not going to be the case. Hopefully not going to be the case this week, but we do have her back because she's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Irene Ator.
Thank you, Daniel. We're going to try again. My son wanted something from the 60s. And we talked about Here Comes the Sun, that wonderful Beatles tune by George Harrison. So this is a jazz arrangement by Brent Enstrom, who's a pianist, composer, arranger from Washington State. And I think you're going to like it. Here we go.
Brilliant. Wonderful job, Irene. That was beautiful. Here Comes the Sun. How long have you been playing the piano?
It's a great song. How long have I been playing? Longer
Yeah.
than you've been alive.
Now,
I
this,
started
I
at
may look
5.
young.
Well,
I'm actually 53.
oh, okay. Well,
No.
still longer.
Really?
But
Man.
I'm a classically trained organist. I've done church music. I've played with a philharmonic, but I also do a lot of playing on the piano. I accompany the Fort Wayne Children's Choir. So, you know, musicians have to do lots of things to have fun.
Staying busy, staying busy. So can anyone find you anywhere to hear your beautiful music?
Not really.
Not really?
Come to Fort Wayne. Sorry. But
Now, you're
that's
near
for,
and dear to somebody at the Sapphire Theater. Who is that?
Well, my son is David Orr. My daughter-in-law is Bonnie Mill. And I'm doing this for them. And I think they're great. And I hope this is really a successful event during the pandemic. We all need to be entertained and enjoy something fun in the middle of all this, don't we?
Well,
I think.
I'm sure Daniel thinks so too. It looks like his screen froze, Irene.
Thank you, Daniel and Nick, for having me. And thanks for your help.
Thank you, Irene Ader, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was great. I told you. Didn't I tell you how good she was? Oh, told you. Yeah. And just for a disclaimer for Sears, we told her PG-13. Like, artists, they do it. But Irene was amazing. Sears was amazing. Amy was amazing. Every performer we've had so far has been wonderful. And the night is not over yet. We still have some wonderfulness to go. Y'all want to keep this going? Shall we? Let's keep it going. We have a monologue. Another first for STC Open Mic. A monologue. As many actors and actresses that I know, our third week into STC Open Mic, we have a monologue. It's about damn time. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kendall Crenshaw.
Hello, Mr. Martin. How you been?
Kendall, hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm blessed. How about yourself, sir?
Wonderful. So you're going to bless us with a monologue, eh?
Yes, sir. The Women of Brewster Place, Cicely Tyson.
Well, take it away, sir.
Yes, sir. My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois. My grandfather was a black from a long line of journeymen who lived in Connecticut since the establishment of the colonies. My father was a Bayesian who came to this country a cabin boy and a merchant mariner. Mama, I know that. Then know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They only asked one thing of this world, to be allowed to be. And I learned through the blood of these people that black isn't beautiful. It isn't ugly. It isn't kinky hair. It isn't straight hair. Black is just black. It broke my heart when you changed your name. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children and educated them all, who held up 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons up to jail for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that will make you proud. When I brought my children home from the hospital, I swore to whatever gods will listen that I would use everything I had or could get so that my children would be prepared to meet this world on its own terms, so that no one could make them ashamed of what they were or how they looked, whatever they were, however they looked. And Melanie, that's not white or red or black or purple. That's being a parent. Thank you so much, Sapphire Theater Company.
Excellent work, Kendall. Excellent work. Wonderful. How long have you been acting?
Since 2015.
2015. Okay, all right. So you got some chops under you. What is your favorite play to do? What have you done?
I have done plays with you at Conner Prairie, along with Ashante's Children Theater. Shout out to Deborah Ashante. I'm also involved with the Phoenix Theater, I believe so, on Illinois or Michigan Street. As of right now, I graduate there from in 2021, hopefully March of next year, and I'm just rocking the boat and seeing how we're all blessed.
That's wonderful. You did a wonderful job. Can't wait to hear you somewhere in the city or in another state. Who knows? You think you can do another monologue? Come back maybe another week?
Maybe so.
Oh, that'd
Maybe
be
so.
wonderful. That'd be wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, and directors everywhere, Kendall Crenshaw.
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. What? You like my little fest? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Inspirational monologues that mean something. Spreading the word, getting it out there. Where are the other artists at? Where are my other acting friends at? Where are you? stcopenmic@gmail.com. That's how you let me know you're around. Hit up that. That's how you let me know you're around. This is an all moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're at our final performers. Oh, I know, but it's a doozy. It's pre-recorded, so don't hate on that. It's gonna be awesome anyway, and we get to still talk to the people afterwards. So, ladies and gentlemen, doing a duet. Please put your hands together for Ben and Nate. Am I Ben and Nate? Oh, no? Okay.
Oh, the summertime is come, and the trees are sweetly blooming. The wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by uncool and crystal fountain, and around it I will pile all the wild flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she will not come, then I'll surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go,
Bennett, that was wonderful. Wow, I
Hey,
really felt that. That was deep. Wow, excellent job on that.
good to see you, Daniel. How are you?
Pretty well. How about yourself?
Doing well, thank you.
That was an amazing job. So how long have you been performing?
Well, I've been in theater for about 20 years. I've been a playwright for about 10. But we started an educational theater about a year and a half ago that uses theater to teach science and history. So that's one of our characters. Nathan Thomas is the main voice, and he's on the banjo, and he's representing one of the many Irish immigrants you would have seen back in the 1830s in Indianapolis working on the Central Canal. And you can imagine they would be singing songs like that maybe at night.
Wow, that was brilliantly done. Excellently done. Let me ask, where do you have a theater in town, right?
We do. We don't have a space. We don't have a theater space, which works for us because we can use whatever funding we have and put that right toward the artists. But we are an outreach theater, so we can do our thing at farmers markets or nature hikes, festivals, conventions, offices, and schools and stuff like that.
Now, the song that I saw, was that the picture that I saw in the background, was that a street performance?
Yeah, that was us last summer at Gen Con.
Oh,
we were right at home.
that was wonderful. I loved it. So can anyone go on any websites to find you?
Yeah, timepiecetheater.com, or you can look at us on Facebook and see some of the stuff we've done. But I appreciate, oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I know that we have some artists looking for work always, and I was wondering if are they able to hit you up for any auditions?
Absolutely, yeah. If you go to the site, then it'll lead you to how you can contact us, because we're all, I mean, there's so much history and so much science to talk about, and it's important to talk about both, especially right now. So yeah, we're looking for more performers and more artists all the time.
Well, excellent job. Thank you for performing for us, and hopefully you'll come back. Ladies and gentlemen, Bennett Ayers.
Thanks again, Daniel. Thanks to the Sapphires.
Have a great one. Another successful week. Great new performers. Excellent show. Andrea's drinks were wonderful as always. Nick is right there. Nick, great job on the ones and twos, on the keys and stuff. We want to thank Sapphire Theater. Listen, Sapphire's motto, the whole motto is performing arts with purpose. Performing arts with purpose. Whatever the community is in need of, Sapphire Theater is there. So please, if you can donate, we would love you to. If you can't, hey, just keep coming back and showing your support on the open mic. We would love to have you back. But if you do want to donate, sapphiretheater.com/donate. Thank you in advance. We want to thank all of our performers. We want to thank all of our future performers that go to stcopenmic@gmail.com. Hint, hint. Andrea's drink is going to be up Monday. We're going to share that around the internet. Make sure you have it ready for next Thursday's show. Andrea, we're excited about that.
Thank you, Daniel. Great job.
Not a problem for Andrea, for Armani, for David, for Sapphire Theater.
I'm Daniel
your host,
Martin.
Daniel A. Martin. We'll see you next Thursday. Peace.